Because we. Okay.
All right, you're on. You're live. Go.
Hi, I'm Liz, and
I'm Genya. Hi.
and we're fellow voice teachers and singers, and we want to share some pops.
Some
Pops or props?
Props.
And some consonants. Okay.
Okay. First, Muppet. Kermit. This is how we open our mouth.
Yes, it helps very much for direction and
Yes, indeed.
space up.
And space, especially the space.
Another way to go along with Kermit is, of course, Thor. Of course, his mouth doesn't come up, but see, Thor is going up. Whee! So when you're singing, you're stretching up. You're not pulling down on that jaw.
Okay, next prop.
Oh, this is
plane.
fancy.
The plane. No. So when we do descending scales, we have a tendency to drop in pitch as we go down. We relax ourselves a little bit too much. So instead of doing that, we must think of ourselves as little airplanes doing a descent.
I'm a big airplane.
Yes. And as the plane descends, it keeps its nose up. The nose stays up. If the nose stays up, but there's still forward motion, but the nose stays up.
Smile from the closed.
If the nose does this, you're in big trouble.
Yeah, that's really good. As you are in your voice and you've got the plain image, see all these, I picked purple because I like purple, it's kind of a lavender, but here's your voice and you notice there's a thread all the way through. So that's kind of like your legato. You're never ever without a legato. Don't leave it at home. And then you have all the different pitches, and they're a little different. They're different size, a little different stretch, but they're all one unit.
Okay. What's next? Straw, perhaps?
Perhaps.
All right, so we inhale through the straw. So what this does, you don't raise your shoulders when you inhale through the straw. You actually can't. It's very difficult to do it. So you inhale.
Notice the expansion of her rib cage.
And you expand the rib cage all down here.
Yeah.
All right, back. Right, but the shoulders do not come up.
And then as she would exhale, she would blow it out, and it would go in.
Yes.
You also, it's not an aspirin.
Right.
So this kind of connects along with my beautiful dollar store necklace, but here's my rubber band. Now, you think of up and down, which is just a little confusing because it's really not up and down. Even when you play piano, it's right and left. But here, when you are getting higher, it's actually stretching this way. So you should always feel kind of a stretch throughout the register, because ultimately the goal of singing properly is singing with an even sound all the way throughout, supported by the breath. So there's your stretch.
All right. Speaking of supported by the breath, we don't have a candle right now.
Oh yeah, we'll just, here.
Oh, you want me to light this?
Yeah, go for
it. So here it is. As I'm singing on the exhale, very even with the breath. I don't, well, it's not a candle, so it blew out.
How about if you sang it, am I off? Now, the question is, would I blow this out?
Question.
Yes, I did.
Okay.
So I got to work on my breath.
Hold it horizontally, because if you hold it up, then the flame has nowhere to go and it's going to burn itself out. It's not you doing it.
I went to state school. Okay, so here.
Oh my God.
So horizontally?
No, yeah, tilt it 90 degrees. Perfect. Now do your thing.
Okay. Oh, it's going to burn my hand off. The point is, you don't want to blow it out, because when you sing, you want your vocal folds to come together. You don't want air to escape and therefore blow it out. That'd be bad.
Okay, what
else we got? We have a mirror.
Mirror? Well, this is to observe yourself. The mirror with the mirror. Well, you observe yourself. Hello. No. You want to see what your mouth is doing.
Yeah.
Is it open?
Is it
relaxed?
Is it pulled down? You don't want to pull it
down.
Or do you look like Thor?
Some people talk about the image of pushing a door in. You know how there's a sideways gray, like a press in. You press the door, and that's kind of like tucking in a little bit with the jaw, because you want to release it, but you don't want to.
Right. And sometimes I will use my hand.
Is that good? Kind of got it.
All right, good. All right.
I envision this as the register a voice has. Some people believe in more than two, but I really am a proponent of the chest and the head voice, and the mixes in between. There's your support, okay? There is your anchor of your breath, and then throughout your registers, you should all go up and should be a narrow.
There you go, do your column.
A narrow column. Okay, some people use an hourglass so that on the top, well, if that was an hourglass, the top it would have a bloom. But in general, the more narrow and slender you can think of a column as you go up, the more balanced your register shall be.
And every hour on the hour, it sparkles.
Why don't you do that one?
And that just kind of went along with that. That's your column of air. So we thank you for your time, and bye for now.
This concludes this PSA.
Public service announcement, yes.
I look forward to, actually, it's a